So I turned in 5 felony complaints to the district attorney's office. 5 felony complaints, and I'm not for sure if it's going to go in the permanent record, so that's why I'm making this a permanent record. Felony complaint, June 1st, 2020. Tecumseh was maliciously and intentionally and deliberately murdered by the friends of Danny Sanchez, Noble Havens, and Soto Cruz. They are covering up a felon, and they killed my dog like psychotic pieces of shit. It was scary and criminal and sick. I suspect that it was Troy Zinn, but I got a whole list of suspects. And then they're going to say that I'm not even allowed to mention that he's the main suspect for why he did it. Noble Havens knows for goddamn sure. So we know for a fact that the person that killed Tecumseh is the friends of Danny Sanchez, Noble Havens, and Soto Cruz. We know that for a fact. So they are covering up a felon. And then after that, dozens and dozens of more crimes happened, and they didn't do a goddamn thing. They didn't post up. They didn't stand at the corner and see these motherfuckers, Phil Greeny, drive by, or Kenny Capon, or Robert Pickerel doing their drive-bys, shooting at me. Danny Sanchez, Noble Haven, Soto Cruz. When they covered up the crime of Tecumseh, I had to endure fucking bullshit after bullshit. So this is the first. I had 5 felony complaints. And Michael Gonzalez says he doesn't, give a shit about the truth or justice or peace or love. He's just there to, for window dressing or something. But he doesn't give a damn about if there's the presence of justice in the San Luis Valley. There's felonies that were committed against me before September 17th, 2021. And there's felonies that happened to me afterwards. In fact, just the other day, not a month ago. So not only do I have to deal with their fucking bullshit, but I gotta deal with no fucking police. No police protection. I gotta get to the court on time. Well, I'm a lawful person. I care about my name and reputation. But these Nazi piles of shit who killed my dog, I strongly suspect it's the right-wing sovereign movement, or that they're associated with the right-wing sovereign movement. I strongly assume that it was Troy Zinn, Troy and Kevin Zinn. There was 2 white males in a truck. 2 white males. Not a black man, not a Jamaican. If the person was Hispanic, they were lightly tan. My guess is not Hispanic, not a tan. Most everybody out there by the Lobato Bridge are Caucasian. And they were males. And the guy who was driving, white male, God, when he murdered that puppy, he just kept on smiling like this. He was just like looking back at me and smiling. He thought this was the biggest success in the world. Danny Sanchez loves. This is the friends. This was the friends of Danny Sanchez. So the friends of Danny Sanchez fucking loves murdering puppies. Now, we know that Officer Noble Havens knows for sure who did it. My guess is that Shelley Quintana, the clerk, Kim Wood, the judge, the ex-DA, Robert Willett, Soto Cruz, Danny Sanchez. We know for sure that Noble Havens, he talked to the guy, for sure. So Noble Havens knows for sure who did it. I gave the description of the vehicle. He found the vehicle, found the people admitted to it, and there should be dash and body camera. June 1st, 2020. Noble Havens, check it out. Soto Cruz, I give him the complaint. He said he wanted to talk to Noble Havens, and it seems unlikely that the sheriff wouldn't have known about any of this. Now, he knows this, and the sheriff, Danny Sanchez, he is covering up aggravated animal cruelty, which is against the law. Hey, Danny Sanchez, I know you don't understand Colorado law, but I'm going to go ahead and read Colorado law. CRS is Colorado law, and CRS 189202 is you can't do animal cruelty. You also can't do felony menacing. That's CRS 183206. Felony menacing is when you try to cause fear in another person with the use of a deadly weapon. Deadly weapon. You think a vehicle could be a deadly weapon? You're goddamn right it can be. So that's felony menacing, criminal mischief, animal cruelty, and aggravated animal cruelty, which is 189202 1.5b. Criminal mischief is 18-4-501. That's destruction of property. So, you don't think Tecumseh was an animal? He was an animal. You don't think it was felony menacing? It was. And it was property. He's guilty. The person that murdered, most likely, he's my number one suspect. But I got a whole list. Who do I think killed Tecumseh? I don't know for sure, but I know that Noble Havens knows for sure. And I suspect that Soto Cruz and Danny Sanchez, Shelly Quintana, Kim Wood, Robert Willett, I think they all know exactly who did it. And their whole thing is to cover up. There was also a DA investigator. At no point were my victims' rights mentioned. At no point in time. Michael Gonzalez, you just had the old district attorney that just got recalled because he wasn't respecting victims' rights. Michael Gonzalez has never respected my victims' rights. He ignored these felonies because he's a biased piece of shit. He's not trying to remain unbiased. He's saying that he's going to remain ignorant to remain non-biased. He's the most biased piece of shit ever. Because they are friends with whoever the fuck Troy Zinn, that's my guess. And Troy Zinn is the most powerful man around here. Motherfucker, God, is he most powerful man. Kim Wood would never fucking file charge against him. Nor Soto Cruz. They can't. They can't. I mean, that's like Abraham Lincoln out there. Holy shit. And what's weird was Abraham Lincoln was right next to a whole bunch of arsons, a whole bunch of serial killing, a whole bunch of child rape. I want to know the relationship of all the people that was out there by the Lebanon Bridge and Samantha and Xanis McDonald. My guess, Troy Zinn was best buddies with him, delivering water every day, not killing his puppies, not doing drive-bys, not doing shit. Fucking criminal motherfuckers. And the charges for the passenger, count of aiding and abetting aggravated animal cruelty, another count of aiding and abetting regular animal cruelty, aiding and abetting felony menacing, and aiding and abetting criminal mischief. There's two white males. Two white males. How come Schultz thinks that it was a black man? Is Schultz a racist, or did he hear from a racist that it was a Jamaican? A Jamaican? Does a Jamaican even live in Costilla County? Let alone by the Lebanon Bridge, where there's only 20 people? So, animal cruelty, Michael Gonzalez, is when a person overworks, torments, cruelly beats, sexually assaults, abandons, mistreats, or neglects any animal, or recklessly or negligently tortures, needlessly mutilates, or needlessly kills an animal. Yep, Danny Sanchez's buddy did exactly like that. The friends of Danny Sanchez, Soto Cruz, and Noble Havens, yes sirree. They needlessly killed the animal, tortured the animal, needlessly mutilated. Yep. Sure did. That's aggravated animal cruelty like a motherfucker. How come the friends of Soto Cruz and Shelly Quintana and Kim Wood and Robert Willett and Danny Sanchez and Noble Havens knows for sure who did it, but he don't give a shit. He's on the side of... How many more felons do you all cover up? Are you all felons? Do you all go around rubbing everybody's puppies over? Or am I just special? No, actually, Justin and Courtney had their dog ran over. Old man Ed had his dog shot and killed. All the fucking crimes that's happened out there, all those bastards have shown me is that they're criminal pieces of shit. Why is there a shit ton of crime that happens out by the Lebanon Bridge? Because a bunch of criminal fucking piles of shit live by the Lebanon Bridge. That's why. And he's what? Lived out there since 1986? Troy Zinn's lived out there since 1986? The reason why the Republicans are running this right-wing posse, this right-wing sovereign movement out of Costilla County, because the Republican Party is dead and gone. There is no Republican Party in the Costilla County area. If they had a political party that they could go to, well, then they would be better. But since they don't, then what they do is they don't do shit that's, consistent with the Democratic Republic. They do shit that's consistent with the Ku Klux Klan Republic. Aggravated animal cruelty is when a person knowingly tortures or needlessly mutilates or needlessly kills an animal. Knowingly. Did he knowingly did it? Oh, he didn't just knowingly did it. He deliberated. That would be first degree, wouldn't it? First degree animal cruelty. So that's a felon. That's a felony. 16.52023 excuses and information which includes either conjunctive or disjunctive clauses, and the defendant is placed on notice that any or all alternatives to the conjunctive or disjunctive charges listed can be used. What does that mean? It means that I've listed these 4 charges. I've told you the circumstances of the thing. I've told you you had a truck and it drives up over the hill acting like a piece of shit, like he's trying to provoke my dog. My dog was provoked. Both of them were. Drives down the road, drives real slow. Dog's on the side in the road, but on the side of the road he had all the room on the right hand side and to go straight, but he's fucking with me. So my dog's protecting me. He's actually protecting and serving, something Danny Sanchez and Soto Cruz and Noble Havens never did. So they didn't give a shit about my dog who was actually protecting and serving me, because they don't care about protecting and serving anybody except for their own fucking selfish selves and their rich fucking buddies and lawyers and judges and shit. But nobody else. Not the citizens, not the working class families of Costilla County. Why do you have all the problems that you have? All the poverty, all the homelessness, all the murders in Costilla County? Because you got Danny Sanchez, who doesn't give a shit about the felons and the felonies that they commit. And the corrupt judges who just, what? You're just going to rubber stamp? You're just going to rubber stamp any and everything a cop does. And then meanwhile, when a citizen says, hey, I have a shit ton of evidence that this person did A, B, C, D, E, and F, and G, the cop could just arrest you on some bullshit and he'll be fucking respected. The whole system will respect him. But if you're a regular citizen and these rat bastard pieces of shit murder your fucking puppy and they gotta cover up their felon buddies, their felon buddies. The whole point of the felony menacing charge is because they want to protect their fucking buddy. They want to protect their fucking buddy. They committed felony after felony after felony against me. And they're going to protect their fucking buddy by trying to fuck me over. What, you fired a couple warning shots in defense of yourself? Well, you're not allowed to do that. But you're allowed to go murder people's puppies and do drive-bys at them, shoot them, stop and go and be like, what's up? I'm driving by your house, motherfucker. Maybe I'll kill your dog again. Maybe not. Who knows? Nah, this is the fucking Costilla County hello. This is what we do. Right-wing sovereign movement. There's strike 3. You're a child abuser. You're a racist. You're against planning and zoning. Fuck you, and fuck you. You're a piece of shit. Me and you can never get along. So before I can file the charges, I need to know the names of the 2 people who murdered Tecumseh. I know that Soto Cruz and Danny Sanchez and Noble Havens are obstructing justice. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about justice. They're protecting their felon buddies. They're protecting their felon buddies. And other people started joining in the fucking foray. Robert Pickrell and Kenny Capon and shit. What are we all doing? What the fuck are we all doing? We gotta do a jury trial. Come one, come all. Let's do a jury trial. Let's get everybody under oath. Let's hear who the hell you pieces of shit are. So I'm gonna have to... I was gonna summon Soto Cruz, Danny Sanchez, and Noble Havens, but Michael Gonzalez wants to protect the felons. He's always protected the felons. He's only a couple years older than me, but he's had 6 fucking figures, lazy pile of shit. Nah, well, I studied in college. I studied in college, motherfucker. I know the Colorado law better than Michael Gonzalez. I don't even think Michael Gonzalez has any beliefs. He's just an authoritarian fascist. He didn't care about these felony complaints. So then where do you go? If the district court doesn't care about felony complaints, they also don't give a shit about victims' rights. Michael Gonzalez has never said shit about victims' rights. I called dozens of times before September 17th, and crimes are happening after September 17th. And I'm supposed to pretend that you guys are the good guys. You guys are the good guys. Bullshit. So I was going to summon them, but I think I'm going to have to sue the fucking shit out of them because they're fucking corrupt as fuck. He says that he's not going to listen to a felony complaint, but I'll have to do a civil suit, and he'll try to fuck me up with that too. I'll pay the money and I'll do the thing, but he's a piece of shit. So he's not trying to remain unbiased. He's the most biased. He's been trying to fuck me over for the last year. $45,000 in legal fees, $4,500 per day. It's been over 12 days. But he's just fucking trying to wear me down, waste my fucking time. He don't care about truth and justice. He needs to fuck me over so that way he can protect Kim Woods, Soto Cruz, Danny Sanchez, and all these other corrupt piles of shit. I wish y'all would have told me who the fuck killed my dog. I gave you more than 2 fucking years to come tell me. But you're pieces of shit. You don't give a shit about who fucking... Those kids got raped for what, years? 4 or 5 years out there, didn't they? Yeah, Troy Zinn didn't do shit. Troy Zinn was best friends with the fucking rapist. If not, let's hear what he says. Let's get him into court. I want to know his relationship with the McDonald's, because it wasn't just Samantha McDonald and Xanis McDonald. I heard there was an uncle that was in Mesita, and they were sitting there passing the kids back and forth. All that happened before I got out there. Troy Zinn knows all about it. I want to know everything Troy Zinn has to say about that situation. He knew him for 4 or 5 years. Did he sell him water? I bet you he did. I bet you he didn't murder their dogs. I bet you didn't do no drive-bys. I bet he didn't say shit. I bet he was best friends with them criminal fucking piles of shit. Just to believe that that criminal piece of shit that murdered my puppy is a good fucking guy? I don't believe you at all, you piles of shit. So, they were all police officers for the Costilla County Sheriff's Department. I don't know if Noble Havens is still there, or Soto Cruz, or Danny Sanchez. I don't know their family relationships or their past history of responding to legal processes, nor their criminal record. There's 3 requirements of the prosecutor filing an information. The defendant is identified by name or DNA, or they're described as a person whose name is unknown to the informant. When Michael Gonzalez says, I can't turn in a felony complaint, but I can do a civil complaint, or I can also file a restraining order. He says I got to have a name. Or it says DNA. Or it says describe the person as best as you can. So he's lying. He's lying. I also asked him, as a defendant, do I have any more power to investigate? The CRCP says that I do. This says right here, Rule 16. Michael Gonzalez, you don't pay attention to the rules. And you have no beliefs. You're just an authoritarian, fascist piece of shit who's just rubber stamping a bullshit decision that a cop made, erroneously fucking made. So the entire fucking system will rubber stamp a terrible decision, but I'm not going to wait until you all fucking do some terrible things. I don't want you all to fucking rape my family. I came here to raise a family. I don't want you to rape my family. I don't want you to rape my family, fucking piles of shit. And I've got no guarantees from any of these piles of shit that they're going to stop stalking me or killing my dogs or stop shooting at me. I've got no reassurance whatsoever. I paid all those fees for planning and zoning. I came in lawfully like a dumbass. The motherfuckers out there doing the shooting and the killing of the dogs, they don't give a shit about planning and zoning. So I guess you got to be a criminal pile of shit. I guess that's what Danny Sanchez respects. You move into Costilla County, don't you dare listen to planning and zoning. Make sure you're a criminal piece of shit. And you go around and harass all your lawful neighbors. Make sure you kill their puppies, do drive-by shooting, especially if they're lawful, and have a septic tank. Yeah, especially if they're lawful. Fucking shit. Especially if they're not racist or a child abuser like you pieces of shit. Bullshit. My only mistake was picking Costilla County. That's my only fucking mistake. God damn it, I know you guys are so fucking hostile to working class families. Yeah, we need food and water and safety and police protection. We also need good schools but Maslow's hierarchy, we haven't even got that far yet, have we? Yeah, you guys are living back in the Stone Age. Investigation not to be impeded. Michael Gonzalez, it says here, investigation not to be impeded. You can't tell people not to talk to me, and you also can't impede counsel's investigation of the case. You cannot impede counsel's investigation of the case. Somebody killed Tecumseh. These 3 cops know who did it. They're not telling me who fucking did it. They're obstructing justice. They're protecting their felony buddies. And they're trying to fuck me over so they can protect their felon buddies. And I'm not going to let them. For 40 years, you piles of shit have been fucking me over since I've been born. Because I'm kind. Because I smiled at you. Because I'm actually good and have a conscience. You're not afraid of my darkness. You're afraid of my light. You always have been. Sick motherfuckers. Continuing duty to disclose materials furnished. You can't impede the investigation. So, Michael Gonzalez, you need to read the Colorado Rules of Criminal Procedure. You're not allowed to impede my investigation. Troy Zinn is my #1 suspect. I haven't got too far with the investigation. I'm going to be filing some civil charges and some restraining orders, and I'm going to keep on pursuing with these felony complaints, and also there's some planning and zoning complaints too that I'm going to follow up with. Motherfuckers want to sit there and try to say Anne Frank is the criminal, and they ignore all the Nazis. They want to say Frederick Douglass is the criminal, but they're going to ignore all the white supremacist, slave-driving pieces of shit. They're going to say J.C. Dugard's the criminal. And you might say, who would arrest Anne Frank? The fucking cops in Germany did. The cops in Germany did. And then the goddamn judges just rubber stamped their fucking decision. They don't care right from wrong. They're just authoritarian, fascist pieces of shit. A cop made an arrest. The judge just fucking rubber stamps him, whether it's right or wrong. And Kelly Canty felony menaced me first. He tried to run into my yard. He acted like he was going to run up into my yard, run into my dogs, run into my property. But we're going to ignore that. We're going to pretend that he didn't try to threaten me with the deadly weapon. We're not going to pretend that he didn't threaten me at my own fucking house when I was minding my own business 1,000 feet away in the back of the yard. I don't want to talk to you. Get the hell on down the road. He's slowing down. He's laughing. He jerked his wheel, and the whole big rig jerked towards me like he's going to drive into the sagebrush. And that's happened before. Got videotape. Told Danny Sanchez about it. Danny Sanchez says he's on the side of felons. He don't give a shit. He's not going to do any investigation. He's not going to sit at my property and see Phil Greeny fucking harass me. He ain't gonna fucking, he did nothing. He didn't do, I asked him to be a cop, and he says he's a stupid ass piece of shit, and he doesn't want to be a cop. He's a lazy pile of shit. He don't want to be a cop. He wants the power to be able to fuck you over, but he don't want to actually stand up for what's right and good. He don't want to protect and serve. That's not Danny Sanchez. Danny Sanchez does not protect and serve anybody except for himself. And maybe the rich and powerful, maybe not, who knows? But not the working class families of the San Luis Valley. So there's only 3 requirements: that the defendant is identified by name or DNA, or they're described, that the offense is committed in their jurisdiction or is triable therein, and that the offense charge is set forth with such degree of certainty that the court may pronounce judgment upon a conviction. So those are the 3 requirements for the prosecutor filing an information. This happened. I could pull up the dead body. I can pull up the video. I got the video of the dead body. There's blood all over the fucking place. I never had a dog. He was the best goddamn dog a person could have, but you're fucking pieces of shit. And you're felons, and you protect the fucking felons. There's a right-wing sovereign movement out there. You about got rid of it. You about got rid of it. But now you're letting it all come back. And why? And why? Because a judge can't fucking tell the difference between an authoritarian fascist and a criminal. They can't tell the fucking difference. And I have a right to make a citizen's arrest. So if I make a citizen's arrest, Michael Gonzalez is just going to rubber stamp that decision, right? All throughout the entire process, all the way to the end. Yeah, right. He's a biased piece of shit. He stays ignorant to maintain his bias and prejudicial nature against me. He's been trying to fuck me over for a year. I insulted his buddy Kim Wood. They want to try to fuck me over. for over a year. $45,000 worth of legal fees. But you think Michael Gonzalez gives a shit? Wasted the last year of my life. So the first fucking year, motherfuckers killing dogs, doing drive-bys. For this last year, Michael Gonzalez has been trying to fuck me over. You guys suck. There's no Christians in the San Luis Valley. Michael Gonzalez is the Antichrist. He doesn't give a shit about felonies. He don't care for a fair and even-handed trial, and he doesn't care about the felonies. No wonder those kids got raped several years. No wonder there's so many arsons and poaching. No wonder there's serial killing. I wonder if that's how Michael Gonzalez was when the serial killer, the first person, come up missing. Well, it wasn't a cop that reported it. It was just a citizen. So Michael Gonzalez didn't take it serious. So many murders that happened in the San Luis Valley. Why? Because there's a culture of criminality around here, and it starts from the top. You think it was all Alonzo Payne? Alonzo Payne tried to fuck me over. When the prosecuting attorney requests an arrest warrant, so it's a motion for an arrest warrant and or a summons for a verified felony complaint. I got these signed. I got these signed by a notary public. So these are verified felony complaints. Michael Gonzalez doesn't want to hear about a verified felony complaint. And he doesn't want to summon these cops into the fucking thing, and he doesn't want to ask any hard questions. He just wants to keep on trying to wear me down to get me to fucking say, okay, you can fuck me over. And I will never say that. I will never say that to Michael Gonzalez. But I've been nice and kind and polite. And so he wants to try to use, I wonder how many good people he fucks over. Because what he's trying to do is trying to tell people, well, and he wants to parade them around like they're a bunch of piles of shit. No, Michael Gonzalez, you're a pile of shit. You didn't give a fuck that somebody murdered my puppy. You're protecting the felons, and you continue to protect the felons every moment you allow this case to proceed. Every moment you allow this case to proceed. And I don't have a gun to protect myself. So on top of you being on the side of the felons, you're making sure that I'm disarmed so that way they can do anything and everything to me. I'm not going to wait around to see them murdering somebody's puppy. That's big enough. Don't murder, don't rape, don't steal, don't hit. Don't kill people's puppies. Yeah, that's up there. That's a major crime. And you guys are major criminals. And I'm way better than you people. I don't go around killing your fucking puppies, doing drive-bys. I don't go around hurting you people. But you go around, you murdered Tecumseh because you're racist, because you're sick in the fucking head, and because you're criminal pieces of shit. You're trying to scare me out of my plot, trying to steal my fucking lumber. You're trying to do some criminal shit, you fucking criminal rat bastard fuck. And I don't care how many people you fucking convince that you're good. You're not good. You've been harassing me for over 2 years, motherfucker. I don't want you piles of shit around my family. No fucking way. I don't. You think I'm gonna what? You think I'm gonna add more money to my property and enhance my property value so Troy Zinn gets a higher property value? That piece of shit's been fucking... He knows about the arsonist, so that's a bad business model. The Zinns used to own all that land over there too. But apparently if you just go around robbing and cheating and stealing, it's not a good business model. You're just going to keep on robbing the people that want to move to Costilla County, just keep on stealing their shit. Yeah, no, that's not good. What you needed was factories. You needed more factories. And Milton Friedman principles, so that way it was fair for everybody. But this is just fucking Soprano shit, right? I do the trash around here, and if you don't like it, then I'm going to kill your fucking dog. Fuck you. I don't want you picking up my fucking trash. I think his water, I think your water's fucking crap. It's got a bunch of fucking mouse turds in it. Fuck you, gross motherfucker. Buy your fucking water. Get the fuck out of my neighborhood. So, should I read all this? I should read all this. And then I should read all this. Let's keep on going. Oh, 30 minutes. Part 1. Who Killed Tecumseh? Part 2 coming up.